Hello, my name is Cheryl. I worked with Jim and Wendy Kirkpatrick and several agency representatives to create the Training Evaluation Field Guide as a tool for federal agencies. This is Cassie. Cassie will be graphically facilitating for us today as I briefly talk to you about training evaluation in general and the Training Evaluation Field Guide specifically. Cassie and I work in the Training and Executive Development Group, or TED, at the Office of Personnel Management in Washington, D.C. Our group's mission is to design policy and programs to ensure the government's learning and development efforts support strategic human capital investments in leadership, knowledge, and talent management. In other words, we facilitate mission accomplishment. That's the job of training and development, to partner with other agencies and agency functions to ensure all employees have the capacity to meet and exceed stakeholders, customers, and the public's expectations. In order to meet these expectations, we must first know what they are, which is exactly where training evaluation begins. There are several legislative requirements for training evaluation, including Chapter 5 of the Code of Federal Regulations, Part 410. The CFR states that agencies must evaluate their training programs annually. This regulatory requirement was one of the main triggers for the Training Evaluation Field Guide. Other triggers were the Open Government Initiative, the necessity for cost-effective training solutions, and agency chief learning officers charged to collaborate and share ideas and best practices. So why evaluate? Because it's required? Yes, but that isn't the only reason. If you do not evaluate, you're going on a journey with no destination. Or as the famous Yogi Berra expressed it, if you don't know where you're going, chances are you will end up somewhere else. I don't know if he sounded like that, but I'm sure he didn't sound like this. In the federal government, we literally cannot afford to end up somewhere else. The field guide was created to be a paint-by-numbers bridge from the learning gap to the anticipated business result. The guide can be used by anyone responsible for training evaluation, even if they are not technically trainers. The field guide addresses critical steps like problem identification, discussions with those invested in the training outcome, seeing if the problem can be solved with training, and tracking progress along the way. Now, we know that there are several external factors that also contribute to the accomplishment of the business result, like supervisory support, the agency learning culture, and the learner's motivation. Nevertheless, training does have a 100% responsibility in fulfilling its role in facilitating mission accomplishment. We want users of the Training Evaluation Field Guide to move from questioning training's value to strengthening training's contribution. Training evaluation is the process used to ensure that training fulfills its role in efficiently and effectively impacting business results. For more information about the field guide, you can visit OPM's Training Evaluation Wiki page. You may also email me. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you, Cassie, for your artistic representation of this talk.